It was a nice performance in his last outing. Almost 170 yards on the ground. It's the Bengals and the Jags, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 17 carries, 93 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week, very, very strong. Well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
This defense for the Jags, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first this afternoon. After a right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Craig.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Craig. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Craig. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go through a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he will find his man Chase, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminated in a touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Craig. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he did. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I'm going to return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Mixing up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
The Bengals hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Play action. It's Burrow.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Craig dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
they know the guy's trying to cover him. They haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
Now, this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Drive there with just 4 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before break. Craig, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the gun to give to Mixon.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Operating from the gun, Craig, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Okay, break.
Operating from the gun, Craig. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Draw play, ETN.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced to do a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This one from 46 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
2nd and 5.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation that we're partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Looking to throw. Craig.
Screenplay. Here's ETN.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
With the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by something much more, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
35 yards.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And they are going to lead up now to 25. The drive there was spanning 3 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the gun on 3rd down, Craig. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, they turn to their bigger body there on the dive. Fullback dive, just couldn't get it done.
And sometimes even that bigger body needs even bigger bodies to help him get there. They weren't able to create a crease for him, ended up not getting the first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll drop to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Here we go. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Craig.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
The 71 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Alert! Alert! Check! Panther! Unlock line! Unlock line!
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Operating from the gun, Craig. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come after this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Burrow will throw.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And quickly they get to the line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I would.
There he goes, right side. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. On one side, if you're trying to take away some positive